Hi guys, I am here with another story where miracles happen, true stories of heavenly encounters. And for a good angel will go with him, his journey will be successful and he will return unharmed. Tobit 5:22. And this story is called Beanie Baby Blessing. Sounds like an interesting one, huh? So let's read this one. When Jim H. got the news in 2004 that he was deployed to Iraq as part of an intelligence battalion, he was pleased when his relatives and church members asked if there was anything they could do to support him. Jim had been to Iraq before, and he knew his men would have contact with the people there, so he asked for soft toys, balls, little dolls, and other things that the American military could give the Iraqi children to hopefully win their trust and approval. Jim's wife, Peg, promised to spread the requests around to others who might want to send some goodwill across the world. That'd be so nice, wouldn't it? The kids over there would probably love that. That'd be so nice. Jim's friends were happy to help, especially Debbie Jacks of Elsmore, Kentucky. I would have loved to help do that too. I thought that Beanie Baby dolls might make good gifts because they were small and lightweight. Good, yes. She points out, the men have to wear heavy packs, but they could easily stuff the Beanie Babies into their pockets or down their shirts without adding extra weight. She and her daughter went shopping for the dolls, but Debbie was soon disappointed. The average cost of one Beanie Baby was around $4. And Debbie's budget just couldn't take it. If you go to the Dollar Tree, they got these little stuffed baby dolls for like $1 and little bears and all kinds of stuff. The little baby dolls are so cute for $1. They even got the little plastic ones, the little rubber ones for $1. Debbie's budget just couldn't take it. These children have nothing, she thought. There has to be a way. Her daughter had an idea. Let's try a dollar store, she suggested. They don't always carry name brands, but as soon as they walked in, the women saw a bin filled with Beanie Babies. There was just one glitch. The dolls are dressed in red, white, and blue, had originally been made as favors for Ohio's bicentennial celebration in 2003 and had the name and date on their costumes. Would the Iraqi children mind receiving outdated merchandise? They wouldn't care. Debbie looked at the price, 99 cents apiece. Who cares about the date, she said, picking up the entire bin. These were meant for us. The next day, by priority mail, she sent 120 Beanie Babies across the world. Her package was the first to arrive, Jim says, and everyone smiled when they saw the red, white, and blue dolls. True collector's items, everyone agreed. Jim's job involved staying on the base and analyzing intelligence reports. To do this, he read more than 400 emails every day on several different computer networks. Each night, when I gave the guys their briefings, they'd ask for toys to take with them into town on top of their own loads, and they would come back with empty pockets and smiles. The Beanie Babies seemed to be especially beloved. Debbie never ran into another Beanie Baby cell, but she did send more boxes and encouraged her friends to do the same. The word spread. Even a toy company donated some Beanie Babies, and Peg began urging Jim to make sure that those donating would receive some word back from the troops. She requested photographs that she should share with the helpers, or perhaps a story, something to keep the support coming. Jim already had plenty of stories involving a growing rapport between the Iraqi children and the military, but no time to write them down, and photographs might breach security. He passed the request on to his superiors, with everyone gearing up for a particular offensive. However, it was doubtful anyone would get back to Peg in the near future. Peg persisted in asking for feedback on the kids and the toys, Jim recalls. As time passed, a pace became overwhelming, but I was reading and digesting and briefing the best I could. He was also setting aside some of the emails men had sent. experiences they reported having with the children. He would send these back to Peg when things calmed down. However, when Jim finally attempted to retrieve the stories, he could not find those emails anywhere. They had all been on a classified network and had probably been deleted. Jim had been touched by several stories, but one in particular he had written up, and although he could no longer remember the name of the man who had sent it, he felt certain, due to many factors, that it was true and that Peg and her friends needed to hear it. On each patrol he take through the city, we bring as many toys as we will fit in our pockets and had them out as we can. The email began. The kids take the toys and run to show them off as they were worth $1 million. Most don't have any idea what's going on and are completely innocent in all of this. On one such patrol, our lead security vehicle stopped in the middle of the street. This is not normal and is very unsafe, so the vehicle following behind began to inquire over the radio. The lead vehicle reported that a little girl was sitting in the road, and she just would not budge. The command vehicle told the lead to simply go around her and to be kind as they did. The street was wide enough to allow this maneuver, and they waved to her as they drove around her. Soon I saw her. She was sitting there, eyes wide, and she was clutching something that looked familiar. When I got closer, I was amazed to see that it was an Ohio bicentennial Beanie Baby from that very first batch of gifts we had given the kids. It was very clean, so she probably hadn't ever put it down. Feeling an immediate connection to the girl, I radioed that we were going to stop. The rest of the convoy paused, and I got out to make sure she was okay. She looked a little scared and concerned, but when she saw me, there was a warmth in her eyes, as if she recognized me. As I knelt down to talk to her, she moved over and pointed. I looked where she was pointing, and my heart almost stopped. There was a mine in the road. Immediately, a cordon was set as a convoy assumed a defensive posture around the site. The mine was destroyed in place. A huge tragedy was averted. The child, still clutching the beanie, disappeared into the crowd. When Debbie heard the story, she had goosebumps. Who could have imagined that her modest gesture of kindness could have resulted in such an outcome? But as we know, God asks only for our willing hands and hearts, as He will do the rest. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. We just don't know what it's like in other places like that. We just don't know how good we have it over here in our country. Especially the children over there in other places. They don't know what it's like to live in a place like we do. To have the freedoms we do and have the things, the luxuries like we have. Just to have running water. I mean, the poorest of us over here, like us, Sherman and I are not rich. We're poor. And like the people over there, they would think that we're rich, and we're like the poorest over here in our country. And they would consider us rich. So you really, there's always somebody worse off than you are. Always be thankful for what you have. Always be very, very thankful for what you have. Because there's always people worse off than you are. So many people suffering in this world. So many. They're blessed with just the littlest things. This little beanie babies. Just the littlest things make them so happy. Just the littlest things. And God bless the people that help them. God bless them.